What's going on, everybody? So today is actually going to be a special treat. I'm actually with my closest friend in the community, Joe Anthony. So Joe, thanks a lot for being a part of this, man.
You too.
Out of everybody that I wanted to work with, you and Mark were top of the list.
Well,
So
you could go ahead and check that off. But same thing for me too. I mean, you're my pros.
today we are going to get Joe's take on a fragrance that I've been meaning to do for a very long time. I've talked about this fragrance. It's been in my perfect 10 out of 10. And today we're going to be talking about Ferrari Bright Neroli. Alright? So Ferrari's done a lot of scents out there. And a lot of them are kind of like not worth looking at. But this one, I think that they really stepped up their games. Alright? So Ferrari Bright Neroli was actually launched earlier this year in 2015. And it's classed as a citrus aromatic. But before we get into the notes or what Joe thinks of it, let's get into the bottle presentation right now. Now the important thing, the bottle. So this is the bottle. So it's a heavy glass, very heavy glass, one of the heaviest that I've come across in a very long time. You got the Ferrari logo right there. You got Ferrari Bright Neroli at the bottom. Nothing around the atomizer, so it's just a silver atomizer. Distribution is very good. Sprays a lot of juice. And the cap itself is, you got the Ferrari logo and my ugly mug once again. It is a pretty heavy metallic cap, and around the cap itself you got a leather band or strap, whatever you want to call it. So that is the presentation for Ferrari Bright Neroli. Okay, Joe, what do you get out of Ferrari Bright Neroli?
It's very bright, and it has a lot of neroli. And citrus. It has a good pronounced strong citrus opening, like lemon, lime, not so much orange or pineapple type of citrus. Really good though, especially the neroli. It's nice and clean, not so much soapy, but clean citrus. Very good quality too.
You get anything else out of it?
A little bit of like vetiver-ish green type of accord on it, and yeah, that's kind of it.
Alright, so the top notes, you got citron, lemon, and bitter orange, with the mid being orange blossom, neroli, Szechuan pepper, and rosemary. The base, vetiver, amber, and patchouli. What I get out of this fragrance is that it definitely opens up with a very strong blast of neroli and orange blossom with some citrus. That's pretty much all I get. I don't get like the vetiver, I don't get the rosemary or anything like that, especially during the dry down. The neroli and the orange blossom is there for on my skin from beginning to end. I think it's a great fragrance. It's very fresh, it's clean. That neroli though is very pronounced, very strong in the beginning, but during the dry down it does tone down to something very pleasant and very nice. This is actually considered a unisex fragrance according to Fragrantica.
Gotcha.
Would you agree with this?
Yeah, pretty much. Unisex, gender neutral, tomato. Unisex, gender neutral, tomato. I mean, I'd pretty much say, yeah, this could go for both men and women.
Alright, so a lot of the newer Ferraris, they kind of been copying the Tom Ford Private Blend. And to my nose, I've stated this on camera, that this reminds me of Neroli Portofino.
I can see that.
Like, would you say it's close or not, or not as much? Like,
I would say it's pretty close. Pretty close, like 80%, 85%.
Okay. It's definitely a little bit more toned down than Neroli Portofino. It's the Neroli and the citrus is not as strong, I find.
Right.
Seasons, I think that this would be spring and summer.
Exactly. Especially here in Atlanta, hot Atlanta.
Absolutely. So, age, what would you say?
I'd say about 20, sophomore-ish in college, you know, something as a like school type of scent, or if they have like an internship somewhere.
Okay, well, I definitely think that any age could pull this one off. High schooler to the old grandfather. Occasions, definitely work, school, office. I wouldn't really want to wear this one for a formal event, but anything casual, this would definitely do very well. Longevity was actually pretty good, 6 to 7 hours, with projection of being about 2 hours. Prices. Now, if you don't want to spend the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino price tag, which it is, and if you want something that's relatively close, anything happens when you're on the streets here. This actually cost me for a 100 ml, and that's the only size that it comes in, was $110 Canadian at the department store, The Bay. I did not find this in any of the stores online. I did not see it in Neiman Marcus, Saks, or anything like that.
I haven't been able to find it here either, so.
So on Harrods, it's for 100 ml, you're looking at 75 pounds. So American-wise, so it's about $110 Canadian. So that's probably between $90 and $100 American, give or take. So out of 5, let's say out of 5, what would you give this fragrance?
I'd say about a 3.5. I'm not huge into citruses, but this is a very great citrus, well done.
Right.
It's just, I prefer my deeper stuff, so that's why anything past this, it would have to be deeper to get a higher rank.
And I like the clean freshies out there. So I've stated this, that this is actually on my perfect 10 out of 10 fragrance. I would have to give this a 5 out of 5, 4 stars, 10 out of 10. I just think it's a great overall fragrance. People's thoughts on this one were clean, fresh, pleasant. A lot of the ladies out there like the clean, fresh, out of the shower type of fragrances. The men really didn't care for it all that much. They really got a lot of that citrus and they thought it was a little too much, but however, the women, that's what matters. They like this one. So, do you have any more final thoughts on Ferrari?
I mean, it is a really good fragrance that you should definitely go ahead and try if you have the pleasure of trying. It is high quality. It surprised me for it being a Ferrari scent.
Yeah, because they don't really have a good reputation.
So, I mean, overall, I have nothing else.
All right, so that's it?
That's it.
All right, Joe, thanks a lot for being a part of it.
Thank you.
Whatever. That is our take on Ferrari Bright Neroli. Guys, we will see you later. Take care. Bye, and whatever.